Welcome to v4yav Media, Voice for Youth Against Violence, the only urban platform that explores the topics that affect our community and our society from all walks of life. First question. Do you feel a part of society? And from your perspective and lived experiences, what could be done in terms of changes being made to improve the living of those that are not included in society, as well as those that are included in society, from politicians to local authorities to those that are in position of influence and power?
Well, personally, what I find is growing up, initially, people like myself, I felt I was outside of society.
Yeah, where are you from originally? Where did you come from?
I come from an Asian background, and coming from a Muslim-born background, and so growing up, I found that there was a lot of clashes with other people from other society and other religions and backgrounds, and I kept having that on a regular kind of instance, and I thought, how could I stop this from happening? And I thought to myself, at the end of the day, I'm having these clashes with people, and at the same time, they're people like me. So, and at the end of the day, I started realizing that you have to study other people's backgrounds. So I started studying a lot of people's cultures, religions, which gave me more of an insight of how people's beliefs are, and why that's certain. Sometimes when you're away from your land that maybe some of your religions originate from, it's harder to sometimes apply those values in the land. Maybe there's a cultural clash or a religious clash. So for me to get on with the people, I had to even learn my own religion that I was born in, to actually get an understanding, not just about other people. So it's not just about learning other people's religion. It's good to look inside what religion you're born from, because with the religion come culture, and these are the cultural things that sometimes we pick up as habits. So it's best to look into other people's cultures, and it goes with food. Food is a big thing. Like, I'm sure everybody eats everybody's foods. When it comes to talking about jollof rice, for example, everybody gets excited. If you're talking about biryanis, everybody gets excited. So there's all food, kind of different variations of food. So it's nice to not just do food. It's nice to kind of learn about what people's idealistic sides could be, who your gods are, the names, to know what people's beliefs are. So then at the end of the day, and it can even be something as simple as clothing. What type of clothing you wear, you'll find out what clothing backgrounds you have. It's all kind of similar. One wears a dashiki, or someone wears a salwar kameez, or somebody likes to wear a dress or a skirt. So it's nice to kind of get educated on all levels when it comes to our bigger human family, rather than just the things we like. And I found, again, back to the question, when I did that I found that it now allowed me to position myself more better than somebody that hadn't had that background knowledge due to ignorance, or just based on what they wanted to eat and see. So after doing that, I realised that was a good way for me to find it going forward, and that it was a good way for me to realise that we were the same, and everybody got the same message because they did their education, and people realised at the end of the day that we were the same. So that was my way of getting along with society. But it's harder for a lot of people who maybe might not have the chance, or maybe be as lucky I was maybe, to have that time and effort and good people around you. So it's one of the strategies I think that some people should try to implement if they want to get along with society and will be included.
Thank you. And then the last part, what changes could be made from local authorities, politicians, police, ambulance, healthcare sectors, housing, to improve the living of those that are included and not included in society? More those that are not included, but as well as those that are included, but in the scale of not being able to access the same opportunities and lifestyle as the wealthy and rich.
It kind of answers itself with what I mentioned before. Luckily, when I was going through the transition of learning other people's religions, people were very open to me, to let me in their households. So when I went to my African friends it was nice for me to be let into their households and get to learn the culture. That helped me to learn a lot about the culture, and same thing with it. So I think we just need to have it's a joint approach that everybody needs to have, as in communities. So all the communities don't need to kind of back away from each other because of the differences, and they should realise that they can let each other in and realise that we've all got one purpose at the end of it. We believe in one God at the end of the day, and it's for everybody. So we all need to have realised that there's some similarities between us, and if we allow to let people have a level platform, a level playing field, it will help people to kind of learn each other cultures a lot more, rather than just pick up the bad habits from the cultures, if you see what I mean. And then as far as politicians and things like that are concerned, there probably needs to be more kind of facilities made. Like I know there was a lot of youth centres before, facilities that were made for people. We have a pandemic right now, and it's making it difficult for a lot of fathers out there who want to be part of their children's lives, which does have a big influence.
Most definitely.
Yeah, because luckily I was lucky. I didn't come from a house where it was. I had mum and dad that stayed together, so I was privileged more than a lot of friends of mine that maybe never were lucky to have that. So that alone just allowed me to let people into my house that maybe never had things in the other houses. So it actually, letting people into your houses actually means that you're going to educate them and maybe provide them something that their own house couldn't give. And me coming from someone who's been fortunate enough to learn from every household, every mum, and things like that, I think it's not just down to the services to do their job, but as a whole for family members, because family members make up politicians, and politicians, at the end of the day, if you're a good role model at home, you're going to do a good job for a politician, and at the end of the day, that's how I like to end this conversation.
Fantastic. Thank you for your time. It's been very insightful, very educational. Don't forget to subscribe and like and follow Voice for Youth Against Violence, v4yav Media. Thank you.